Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. Supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Leo. That's weird. Okay. Let's see how that's going to work. Oh, I think we want... You've got page energy. You got the Page of Wands even at the end here. A lot of page energy for Leo. That's really perplexing me. It's really like... I don't think of Leo as page energy. So, we'll see. I mean, we'll see where it goes, obviously. That's just not... Page is usually like a follower energy, and it's not normal for Leo, in my opinion. I'm just kind of shocked we have like 3 of the 4 pages out here. Unless the last one's out here and I just don't see it, which is possible. No, I don't think he's out here. We've got the Wands, Cups, and we got the Swords. We don't have the Pentacle one. But going into this situation, 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Don't get caught up in the gender, of course, but you're trying to be very careful going into this. You don't like what you're seeing. Situation already isn't right. It's just already not right. It's not working the way it should. We're not really happy with it. It's not really good. But the thing is, it seems like it's semi-fragile. Somebody's going to be making a decision. I feel like you literally do not want to influence this decision. It's kind of like, I don't know, this doesn't seem like it's going right. I don't want to put my influence into it because I don't even know if there's a way for this to go right. And if it goes even worse, I don't want my name connected to that. So, I just feel like I'm pulling back a little bit. I don't really like how it's going on. I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying to watch how things are working out. I'm also trying to figure out like why they're so bad. Because something doesn't add up here. And there's another person on the other side making a decision, but you're not really wanting to influence it. You're just kind of waiting to see what they do next. And be it good or bad, like if it goes good, great. They should get the credit for that. Especially because it doesn't look that likely that it's going to go good. If it goes bad, you just don't want anything to do with it. I'll do my part, but I don't want to be the one that gets pointed at, like, you made the decision. I don't want to be that person. Nope, because this is not going well. So, somebody makes a decision. Queen of Rods, 5 of Swords, 3 of Wands. There's like this... It's like... it feels like I'm driving down the street in a car that keeps stalling. I get up to 30 miles an hour, it stalls out. I get up to 30 miles an hour, it stalls out. I try to go a little slower, it stalls out. I try to go up a little faster, try to get up there a little quicker, it still stalls out. It's like, it's moving forward, things are changing, but there's a lot of frustration. Things are not working correctly, but they are seeming to advance. People are starting to wonder, does it even matter? Does it even make a difference? Things are advancing. Like when I'm getting that 3 of Wands, I feel like that's advancement. Things are advancing. It can be a travel card, yes, but in this situation, I feel like things are advancing. But with the 5 of Wands and the Queen on its side, it's kind of like, it's not working that great. Not working that great. I don't like it. This card, it's technically working, but it's really, really stressful. I give this example a lot. I don't see the other card here. I compare this to the 10 of Swords. The difference between this card and the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Swords is a lot of stress that leads to failure. This is a lot of stress that leads to success. So there's equal amount of stress in both. It's just the end outcome is what determines if it was good or bad. And I'm getting this is really stressful. Really, really stressful. Now, you want things to go better, and you're happy that somebody else is the one who's to blame for this. Kind of like, I don't want my name on this. I keep feeling that. I don't want my name on this. This is a train wreck. You're doing what you can do. You're helping where you can help. You're supporting where you can support. But I'm getting that page energy with you really strongly. Like, I don't want my name on this. I don't want my name on this. Nope, I don't want my name on this. So you're very thankful that somebody else is taking the lead, but you're kind of like, I really wish this would go better. At the same time, you're like, I've seen this situation fail and fall too many different ways, and I'm not a fool to think that I can make this go better when there's so many factors going wrong. You're having a really good moment, like you're seeing the truth of it. You're just kind of like, it's like trying to jump into a daycare system with 17 kids that all have special needs. It's kind of like, there's nothing wrong with these kids, but I don't have the tools to do this. And I can't take care of 17 kids with special needs. I like, and everybody's here, there's a few other people trying to help, but they don't have the experience either. So we're all just screwing this up. And it's kind of like, you want this to go better, and if you knew what to do, you'd do it. It's not even a question about that. If you even had an idea or a clue, you would do that. But it's just kind of like, I feel like I'm jumping into this situation like 17 kids with special needs. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, and these people don't know what to do either. I'll help. If somebody tells me what to do, if they say this is how this works and this is how to handle that, I'm here all day, all night. I'm here, I'll do it. Just tell me. That's not there, though. It is not there. And you see that. That's the wisdom you're feeling. Kind of like, this is a mess. I gotta help, but I don't even know what I'm doing, and I don't think anybody else does either. Don't want my name on it. I'm feeling that again. Now, as it keeps going forward, ironically, through trial and error, in this like stalling out method, it's figuring out how things should go through the school of hard knocks. It's very difficult. Things start to solidify, though. Things start to go better. The environment solidifies and is persevering. It's not easy. That's the 10 of Pentacles right there, another good card. The 7 of Wands is like overcoming adversity and succeeding through adversity. And it's coming in a little weird. Kind of like, I feel like it's just kind of like people want to give up, but they're not. I think that's what the thing is. They want to give up, but they're not, and they're succeeding. I feel like you're catching on, and you're very perceptive to what's working. It's almost like you're doing your own thing here. You got this working out the best you can. And it's almost like you're catching on to like, wait, over there, that person seems to be doing well. So you're trying to like listen in and get their input and like, how are you doing that? Like, what's going right for you? Oh, that's how you did that. Oh, I can try that over here. Let me try that over here. What is that person doing over there? Oh, they're doing that. Well, we should talk. We should tell each other what we're doing, because this person over there is doing this and they're having some success, and you're doing this over here and you're having some success. I'm going to try both of these ways and see what I can do with it, but you might want to talk with each other. You might want to swap notes, because who knows, maybe you could help each other too. You seem to be that one who's connecting people. I'm feeling like you're connecting people. You got the Ace of Cups coming in. You're helping things work out. You seem to be connecting people. You seem to be talking and communicating like, I know that one's doing right because I talked to them, and I talked to this one, you should talk to that one too. And if we could all talk together, and when you get a moment, talk to that one over there, because I learned this from them, and they're going pretty well. Success is coming forward. You're helping communication come forward. You're communicating. I feel like you're doing and communicating, and it's making a big difference. Abundance is coming in. I feel like there's people who are just kind of like worn out, kind of like burnt out, if you would. Just keep going. Don't acknowledge it too much, because I feel like that's not gonna help things. Just keep going. I just don't. I feel like it's there because you see it, you notice it. There's certain people who are just burnt out. Let other people deal with that. I wouldn't touch it. Your strength is communicating with those who are trying, communicating with those who are succeeding. Those two people, the people who are still trying and the people who are actually succeeding. Those people, you want to get those people together. Those people who are burnt out and giving up, they're going to fade out anyway, sooner or later. So that is what it is. Because I am getting that energy. You've got two different types of people you're dealing with. You got the Two of Swords, people who are blocked and they're just burnt and they're just like, I don't know, I can't even do this anymore. I feel like I can't even do this anymore. I feel like that energy is there. And then you got the other people who are like, they get the inspiration from you, kind of like, hey, I figured out how to do something and that person told me. You know who else told me? That one over there, and they have a different way, but you should try with, like, you're bringing in communication, like, this is what we should do. this is that, and this is that, things are going to go better. You're a very integral part of this because the communication you're putting in there, you're getting people to talk. People who are successful and the people who are trying need to all get together. And there needs to be more melding and more coming together. It's almost like we've had a really rough week. At the end of the week, we should get together, and the people who are trying and the people who are succeeding need to all be on the same page, so the next week coming in, we can all do better. And then we'll get together again at the end of that week, and we'll see what we did better and what didn't work and what did work. You're seeming to pull people together, kind of like, I need help, and we all need to do better. There's 17 kids here. There's no way I would, even in my wildest dreams, be ever able to handle all 17 kids. But if we can help each other, we can do this. We can make this work. You're getting people to look out for each other, and this is making the situation work out. The Nine of Cups is people are happy because they're looking out for each other. People are looking out for each other, and you're fostering this attitude. You're fostering this atmosphere. You're getting that communication going. You're saying, you know what? You know how you're having a hard time, so aren't they. But if you help them, I'm sure they'll help you. And that person over there, the same thing. And you're reminding people, like, we got to work together. We work together. This is going to work out great. You have like a choice at the end. Wow. It's about, there's going to come a point where you've made some friends and you want to or you are being careful. You have a choice about how you handle this, because there's going to come a point where something has to come forward and there needs to be new information. Like, there needs to be almost like an audit in the sense of, like, certain people are doing things wrong and they don't seem to care. Other people are picking up extra slack, and that's not right either. And I feel like you're kind of like looking at it like, do I really want to say something? And not sure, like, what can I say that would make this better? We finally got it going this well. If I start saying something, is that going to throw it off? Because the situation was horrible when it started. It was not going well. But now it's going a lot better. It's just it needs to go better than this, and I don't know if my approach to it is going to improve it. I don't want to just run in here, start yelling at people, and then all of a sudden it goes right back to square one. And that seems to be a very big concern for you. And you're kind of like, should I be satisfied with how good it is at this point? Should I not upset the apple cart? And there could be like this fear of like, maybe I shouldn't do anything because I don't want this to regress to square one, especially. The other way you could handle this is a very, like, you got the page going into the queen, both of swords. Another page card. Let's see, you have the page of cups over here. You have the page of wands at the bottom of the deck, and you got the page of swords over here. The page of swords is how this could go better for you, though. Instead of doing the page of cups and worrying about, you know, the emotional component of like how other people are going to feel and if the situation is going to completely regress, the other way you could go is kind of like just kind of listen in here and there. I know this may sound a little sleazy, but if you eavesdrop and try to pay attention to like what's motivating people and just try to listen in, I don't know, this may sound wrong, but I feel like if you're not using it in a negative way, but you're trying to improve the situation, you might find ways to kind of come at the situation and kind of get people more motivated to handle things correctly. Because I feel like you're going to have to inspire the people doing too much to stand up for themselves and push that back a little bit. And then you're going to also have to inspire the people who aren't doing as much as they want to. They're doing some things wrong because they don't seem to care. And you're going to have to inspire them to care a little bit too. The Queen of Swords isn't always brutal, but she's extremely smart. And don't get caught up in the gender, but I'm getting like, you're going to have to be very diplomatic. You might have to like listen in on some things. I don't know. It sounds bad. I know it does. I'm sorry. That's what I'm getting. Because I'm getting this situation can go better, but I feel like you're going to have to pick and choose and be a little bit more diplomatic and like get those hard conversations going. It might be more about inspiring the people one-on-one to start picking themselves up and being very careful about that, and just being careful not to like bring it all out at once in a group situation. You might want to do like a one-on-one thing and kind of be like, hey, you know, I know that that's not something that is really working, and I know you're kind of burnt, but I really think if we do this differently, this could go better, and I think you could be a lot happier, and I feel like you might have to have those conversations. And from other people, you're going to have to be like, listen, I know that you don't want these things to fail, so you're picking up all the slack, but I think you really need to push back because this isn't working, and you're not going to be able to always do that, Some days you're going to have to not be here, and then that's going to be a problem. So you need to start pushing that back now. I can help you. I can stand with you on that. Maybe I can work with you to help you do that, because that may be the better way to do it. It's kind of like maybe that's the kind of the Page of Swords going into the Queen of Swords. Kind of like trying to be a little bit more. It still feels sneaky or eavesdropping. It still does, but I feel like it's effective. I don't know. It doesn't sound like the way you would normally handle things, but it seems like the way this situation is so delicate. It seems like that's what's warranted. Decide for yourself if you think that's right, because it feels really weird to me. But it's almost like I got to be careful how I talk to people. I have to pick and choose the conversations I have and when I have them, so that way I don't embarrass people and then things like implode. So I have to be careful about how I do that. The situation's going to go into its next phase, and there's a lot coming in. But they're saying before it happens, a self-audit, self-reflection, but not just you, but for the whole situation needs to be self-audited. Like the situation needs to audit itself before it goes any farther, so that way things can get better. People who are not doing enough are pulled up to par and doing what they're supposed to. People who are doing too much are pulled back down so that they're doing as much as everybody else, so they don't get burned out too. Because the people who are overdoing it are going to burn themselves out, and then you're going to have to find somebody else, and that's not going to work. That's not what we want here. So we want the people not doing enough to come up to par, people doing too much down to par, so that way everybody, is doing their fair share, and we keep everybody and nobody gets burnt out. Anything else? All right, I think we're good. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.